Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you this card, which is a double vertical stepper card, and this is the 5x7 version. There is a 6x6 as well, which I'm going to be doing a video for at some point soon, but this is a 5x7. This was one that I saw on Mixed Up Crafts channel, really liked it, so I thought I'd have a go. And so I've done things slightly differently, but I quite like the way it's turned out. So yeah, so I've used papers just from my stash. This die is from Rosa Studio, and if you use my code and also this happy birthday was also from Rosa Studio as well. So yeah, so head over there and have a look at their dies. They've got some really nice dies. I know they quite often have various different, new ones come out and whatever. So yeah, so head over there and check out what they have. Don't forget to use my code because it also helps me out if you use the code, and also helps you out because you get 15% off. So yeah, so hopefully you'll do that. So let's get into it. Okay, so for this card, you're going to need you're going to need some base card, two pieces of base card that are 7 inches by 11 inches. Okay, you can also have another piece that is 4.5 by 3 if you want the bridge bit. Okay, and I'll show you in a minute what I mean by the bridge bit when we get to, I'm going to show you the 6x6 version of this card that I did, and that has got a bridge on it. But this one I've decided to do the bridge in a different way, just so you can see, different ways that you could do it. So let's get our scoreboard in. So on your two pieces that are 7 by 11, you're going to score both of them at 1 inch, 2 inches, 4 inches, and 6 inches. Okay, so that's your one of your pieces, and you're going to score the other one exactly the same. Okay, so then starting with your 1 inch score line, that's going to be a mountain fold, and then you're just literally going to mountain valley your way through. So your next one's going to be a valley, and a mountain, and last but not least, a valley. Now the card I'm using here is very thick card. This has got to be easily a 300 and something card, and you don't want anything this thick. But it's just because it was the colour that I needed. I needed the gold. So if you're doing this yourself, then I would probably go for just a normal kind of like a 200, 250 would be good. This is going to be way too thick. But thankfully we haven't got any mats on it, we've only got patterns, so that is going to help. Okay, and then you're going to repeat the same folds again on this one. So you should end up with two pieces that look like that. And all you're going to do is you're going to take one of them and just turn it round. Okay, and then we're going to stick that one on top of that one. It doesn't matter which way around you do it. You could do it that way around, or you could, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you're sticking it down nice and firm. I'm actually, because I'm using such thick card, I do really need to make sure it's stuck properly. So I'm going to use Yoo-hoo glue. If I didn't have Yoo-hoo, I would probably use red tape on this bit. Okay, so there you have your card base. It really is that simple. I mean, that was dead easy to do. With the glue, I find it's just good because it gives you time to really make sure, like, this is really, all lined up and etc. So yeah, right, so then what you need is you're going to need some pattern pieces. Now if you want to, you can do them all the same pattern. That's what I did originally, or you can switch them up like I'm doing today. So today I've actually so I'm just having a tweak on this back piece. There we go. Today I'm actually going to use two different patterns. So you want one piece for the back that is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and then you want, so that's that piece there. Now I've done, if you want, you can have it going all the way top to bottom and just have a little bit of border at the sides. But I wanted a bit of a border left all the way around because trying to get it the right height exactly to your card, if it's like a millimetre out, it really bugs me. So yeah, so I've gone for a border. And then you need 2 pieces that are 1 3/4 by 6 3/4, and they're going to go there. And then you want 2 pieces that are 3/4 by 6 3/4, and they're going to go there. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these down. I'm going to make sure, so the middle one's going to go nice and central. This one here, I'm actually going to do it so that you've got the border top, bottom, and on the right. Okay, I'm not going to do it with the border on the left as well, because you don't see it. And I like the big gold strip that you have. And then this one here is going to go central. So let me show you the 6x6 version that has the bridge piece on it, so then I can show you a bit more about what I mean. So here's the 6x6 version, and so with this one the patterns went all the way floor to ceiling, and I just had the gaps, as you can see, nothing there, and then you got a gap here, and this only had a gap on the 2 ends, and that's it. And so this is the bridge piece that I'm talking about. So for this card that I'm making today, I'm not doing this bridge piece. I am doing a bridge piece, but it's just different. I'm doing this. I'm using the Coca-Rosa Studio star dies because I really like them, and I just thought they'd be really nice along the bottom of the card. So I'm using, that's going to be my bridge piece. Okay, so if you're actually using a bridge piece like this, then you need a piece that is 4.5 by 3 inches to go across. And if you are doing that, then you got 2 options. You can either stick it on the front, so put it on before you put this pattern paper on, which is what I did here. The only thing then is you do end up, you can see that obviously the line where it goes under, and if you use thick cards you do end up with a bit of a bump. Okay, so that's the first option. The second option is to do what I did with my second version on the 6x6, and I actually stuck my bridge piece underneath here. So I don't know if you can see, let me turn it around so you can possibly see. So can you see there underneath? So that's why I stuck it underneath there, and I think I prefer that because it gives a nice cleaner finish on the front. Okay, so if you want, you can, if you're doing a bridge piece, then I would stick it underneath there. But the reason I'm telling you now is because if you want to stick it on the front, now's the time to do it before you put this pattern piece on. Okay, right, so the 6x6 version, I will be doing a separate video for that, so don't worry, I'll be showing you how to do that as well. Right, so we're going to go ahead now and we're going to stick down our pattern pieces onto our card. Okay, so I've gone ahead and stuck those down, so that's what you're left with. And obviously you can see my card springs back quite well because it's so thick. Okay, so next what I want to do is put your bridge piece on. So as I said, I'm going to use this, which is actually a die from Coca-Rosa Studio. I've cut it down a little bit. There were 2 little stars on the end here that I've cut off because it was too wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to put a little bit of tape just on. In fact, I probably should have left it its width and then put it on afterwards. But they're literally going to go on this bottom bit here. And then open up like that. Now I've cut it out of really thick card. This was actually some card that I bought from Every Craft's a Bargain, and it is really quite thick. So that was the reason why I did that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this over, work out where I need to put my tape. I'm going to use red tape because I do want it to definitely stick. It's going on the bottom like that. And I should have left it all on and then just cut it off after, but anyway, didn't think about that, so there we go. So we're going to go ahead now and add some red tape onto the end. I'm just going to make a little mark on here so I know where I need the red tape to come to, and the same on this side. Just lift that up. I don't want to bend it, but okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just actually going to put a little bit of red tape actually on the card itself because I think that might be easier. And leave a little bit of a gap just on the end, just in case the card doesn't quite go that far across. And the same on this side. And then we're going to stick it down. Okay, so there we go. So it does bow a little bit inwards, but I don't mind it. It's fine. As I said, I did cut it from quite strong card. If you're really worried about it, you could put it on a bit of acetate. So you could have a whole acetate panel. I didn't want the reflection of the acetate, which is why I didn't do that, but you could do that. And then we're just going to stick I'm going to stick a happy here and a birthday over here, like that. So there we go, it's the finished card. We've got the happy there and then the birthday there. Stands up like that. It looks quite nice. You can't really see it properly from the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to keep this for a large, like a big age birthday, and then I can put their age in, you know, numbers in there. So an 18th or 21st or whatever. But yeah, and it folds down flat. Fits in an envelope for a 5x7 card. If you wanted to, you could stick some of these, you know, I can stick some of these little stars down just to make it a little bit more stable. But actually, I don't know. I think it's okay. I don't mind it. As I said, bows slightly, but I don't mind that either because it just kind of, yeah, it's fine. I don't mind it. So yeah, so that's the card for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. I'll be doing a 6x6 version of this soon. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.